I've just been asked for a pink highlighter. I don't know exactly how to describe our location. This is a underground bunker of trans power, or an overground retreat of trans people, or just my living room in Hoboken. I don't know how to. Oh, I see. Is this fabulous artwork, huh?
Probably / living room and cave. A little of both. Or both.
Oh, and look at this artwork.
Oh.
Trans rock Stonewall. Oh, you did all this today.
Oh,
Wow, it's a boy.
that's what it's all about.
Ooh, wow. Oh boy, you flip them back and forth. Oh, you should have made them on separate. You think people get tired of carrying one sign and they just flip it? I would have made separate signs to have more.
No, actually.
Because you only show one side at a time. Or what, they hold them up?
Yeah, if they hold them up, people can see both sides.
Oh, well, you have to tell them that and make them work. Make those marchers work.
Hey,
You better watch out. You'll be developing muscles like a man.
Well,
The muscles don't look good on a woman unless you're into muscle women, which I'm not, but some people are.
You can put them like this. You can wear them like Mickey Mouse ears.
Oh, right. That's great. And how long did it take you? How many have you done? Are they four? 5?
4 of them so far. I need to get
40 years. Oh, wow.
It's still not equal.
Oh, wow. Oh, you are beautiful. Your artwork is super. Vanessa, oh. Yeah, I really, no jobs. That's so important to trans people,
Yeah.
Now, you're a fantastic graphic artist. Have you ever worked in graphic arts or anything?
No, actually I haven't.
You told me your father and you used to do this kind of stuff.
Well, I used to, I was supposed to get paid by him. He didn't.
Oh.
But,
child labor exploitation, or just a poor man making the rent?
Well, I was 14, and I guess he figured since I was awake, after I got back from the paper route, he'd give me some stuff to do for him.
You were a paper, what should I say, you were a paper. So are you looking forward to tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to tomorrow.
Do you have any number of people that have told you they're going to march with you, or are you just doing this totally on a wing and a prayer?
Oh, wing and a prayer mainly. There's approximately, I think, 12 or 13, last I checked, that had RSVP'd on the list.
Oh, great.
I don't know if Ethan's got some more that are coming down, maybe with him. Ethan St. Pierre.
Maybe people that knew Sylvia, especially since you're early in the march, maybe people on the sidelines will see you. Don't forget to chant, join us. Maybe your ranks will grow.
I'm hoping so, and I need to give Rusty and Chelsea a call. They were not going to come, but maybe I'll.
Guilt trip them. Don't let those old trans activists get away with sitting at home, kicking their heels up on Gay Pride Day, where they're retired or something because they're over 60. Tell them to get over it. Well, you got to start moving quicker when you're over 60. You don't have that much time left.
Well, exactly.
Work harder, produce more. That's what I say. That's what I'm doing.
That's one of the reasons why I was trying to bring one of the Stonewall girls back here. She's 60 years old herself, And
who's that?
Miss Major. Major Griffin Gracie.
Oh.
And she's out in California. We were going to fly her in here for this, and unfortunately, about a week and a half before this, she twisted her ankle really badly and decided she wasn't going to be able to, to walk the route. So she had to beg off, and the other Stonewall.
Now you're going to have to get a float next year. Just walking isn't going to do it. You got to get a float. And have music and have pretty dancing boys and girls on the float.
For that.
Yeah, exactly, and that costs quite a bit of money. I mean, when you're trans, you pretty much have to learn to do everything on the dime, the very minimum of shoes.
Right, they're the poorest of the people, right?
Well,
anyway, I mean,
somebody's got to do it.
I can't wait to film you tomorrow and to go up there with you, get there early. I've never gotten to a Gay Pride March at 10 o'clock in the morning, but we're going to be there tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Okay. Randy, you've never gotten anywhere when you dress up at 10 o'clock in the morning.
You are insulting as always,
it's an
Hunter
observation.
James,
It's
huh?
an observation.
It's an attack. It's a dirty, vicious attack. It's character assassination on me because I'm a normal homosexual. I like male women.
Normal? What is normal? That's what I want to know. What is normal?
Oh, that's what we have to do. You got to make a sign that says normal is a dirty word.
Normal is a dirty word.
Yeah, normal is a 5-letter. Wait, no, normal is a 6-letter word.
Normal
so to
is
make
an epithet.
Normal is an epithet, right?
By definition.
Right.
So
actually, you're right about that.
Well, it is.
For me,
I don't know anybody that really. I've never known a really normal person my entire life.
Well,
when you start really
a lot
getting
of normal people are not very normal.
No, I'm saying no one is totally. No one is 100% pure normal.
Yeah, at least we're open, you know.
Except maybe me.
That's why we've got to be punished.
Maybe me. Maybe I'm the only normal one. That's some of the way I feel.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody else is crazy. You're the only sane one.
Oh, on that, Tony, that's a perfect note to end this video.
Just gay and
now,
lesbian.
HRC is...
The Human Rights Campaign.
Yes, I was down in Washington. They have a great big building. They're one of the biggest, wealthiest groups in the nation.
Yeah, that's why they call it the Human Rights Campaign.
Yeah.
Right? Did you say that again?
The Human Rights Campaign.
Campaign, I like that. A lot of big bucks, national stuff. So,
now don't be totally down on them. I went to Latino History Project there, and they had a lot of trannies dancing, and they were having they were organizing the Latino community. So even
any way that they can stick a wedge in and divide us and keep us at each other's throats, the more they get us distracted and keep us away from them.
Now what you've done is you've taken their sign, which is a yellow equals sign on a blue background. They have a huge flag flying over their headquarters, which I tried to film, except the wind wasn't blowing right. I don't know if I got a very good picture of it. And you put a line through it, and that stands for what?
It stands for unequal.
Unequal, but what is the name? You have a group, this is a symbol for a group that you've organized, right?
Well, not necessarily, but it's more or less, I guess, kind of become an unofficial trans symbol.
It's a trans symbol.
A trans symbol.
Yeah, because in essence, this is how we are in view of the the GLBT leadership.
Wow.
This is where we fit in this. We're not equal.
Well,
we
you're
don't have the ability to articulate our own issues or speak our own mind.
Dear, I gave up on I was kicked out and disowned years ago myself.
Jamie?
Yeah?
Point of information, it was the HRC that approached Calpurnia Adams. She was the fiance of Barry
Winchell.
Winchell, who
who's that?
He was in the army. He was murdered for being gay. He was dating her.
Yes.
Dating her.
Yeah.
The HRC approached her and said, "Look, can we sort of just say that you're a gay man and just say?" Now Barry Mitchell was straight. He had never been with men. He'd never been interested in men. He was only interested in women. He's one of there's several straight people on the trans murdered list. And they approached her and said, for political reasons, it would be a lot simpler to just say you're two gay men. It would help our cause better.
Because what he was a straight man. He was a straight man.
They wanted to publicize.
Wait, let's get this straight.
Straight man.
He was a straight man who was dating someone who appeared to be a woman, but was really was a trans woman, right?
No, she was pre-op. She was pre-op at that point.
Okay.
That means she hadn't had the operation, and technically, biologically, she was still legally a male, right?
At that time.
At that time.
She is now, of course, I believe, post-operative.
And
if you ever watch Logo, you may have seen her on TV. She had her own reality series. It was a dating show where she was...
Trans-American Love Story.
Trans-American Love Story, yes.
Oh.
That was Calpurnia Adams.
How do I get on that?
Girl.
How do I get on that?
Girl.
Oh, well, I guess data training.
Are you available? Could I say I'm dating you tomorrow? I'll march with you?
No,
You do anything to get another recruit?
To come pick me up for the day. I live in Houston, sweetie.
Oh,
I'm
dear.
a little bit hot. It was
Oh,
108
wow.
degrees yesterday.
So I still haven't told the Sylvia HRC story.
Okay.
So this was maybe a month or so after Amanda Milan was killed. Sylvia wrote an email. The HRC's mission statement, just said gay and lesbian, and to this day on their gender issues, their civil rights bill nationally, it's gender exclusive. So
yeah, they decided putting trans in
with
with
ENDA, right?
Yes.
So they support ENDA. So what Sylvia did after there was this whole big media furor is she sent.
Now, what is ENDA? What does ENDA? These words mean nothing to someone view. What does ENDA stand for?
Employment Non-Discrimination Act that would cover, in theory, queer persons or sexual orientation.
But not trans
not
people.
Queer persons, not people who are genderqueer of any way, for any reason. So anyhow, Sylvia sent a letter out to HRC via Rusty and Chelsea and Marina and their email. They sent it out nationally. They hit every single HRC funder. They hit corporations. This huge national.
Good for Sylvia.
There was a short, concise letter saying, we started so on, da 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 da. And it was a matter of days when the HRC put out an announcement that they were going to include transgender in their statement. That's why it came to that. It was a very quick thing.
I told them in 2000 when I visited them that I understand you don't have us in the mission statement, and I know it's two completely different issues, and and I'm not here to basically get you to demand changes.
How long have you been a trans activist yourself, Vanessa?
I guess 96. So what is that? 13 years. God.
You don't look that old. I guess I shouldn't ask a woman her age. You can volunteer it if you want. How's that for a nifty question? Huh?
52 next month.
Oh, wow.
That's showing.
I was saying happy birthday, but it's the most copyrighted song in the world. You can't even have it in a movie or have people singing it at a party without paying huge royalties.
Wow.
Yeah, filmmakers know not to ever have. You'll never see people singing happy birthday in a commercially distributed, low-budget movie.
That bites.
Yeah, well, that's what copyright's all about.
Yeah, I guess somebody's making money somewhere for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a radio playing in the background and disrupting this interview, technically I'd be in violation of the copyright on that song if I put it up on YouTube.
Right.
It's terrible.
This is getting a little bit ridiculous.
Right. And what's really sad is I got these boys dancing, and this one, Gay Love Dancing, 250,000 hits. And I've gotten a notice that there's that I may not own some of the material. What that means is the boys are dancing to some popular music in the street, and it's really fabulous. And I'm trying to think maybe I'll strip away the music. Maybe that's the only way to deal with it. I mean, these are the terrible things you get into. I'm working for nothing. But I understand their issues because,
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, well, not my world either. So anyway, thank you very much for this interview, and I'm waiting to follow this story tomorrow. And you two go, and are you going to be up there marching too with this?
I am marching in honor of Sylvia in heels. I had the privilege of
you are real
marching.
masochists.
So was Sylvia. So was Sylvia. This was Sylvia's thing. I had the privilege of marching with Sylvia, I believe, 6 years in a row.
Yeah, I remember that.
She insisted, she would take them off sometimes, and she did.
Yeah, by the time we had Christopher, she was carrying her high heels in her hands and saying, these high heels are killing me.
Every year. But she still insisted on doing it, and it was sort of like her trademark, This was like her martyrship. She didn't care if it hurt. She was going to be, there at the beginning. So a few months after she died, the first Pride after that, I retired.
Something written on those shoes? Are
yes.
What?
In loving memory of Miss Sylvia Rivera. I wore these.
Are they her shoes?
No, they were my shoes.
Oh.
I retired them and wore them one last time in the Pride after she died. I wore them in her honor. Did the whole march in them. They're actually very comfortable. They're 9 West, and I've had them for years. These were the shoes that I lobbied with for the trans bill in the city, and the shoes that I lobbied with for the stuff up in the state. And
you should have taken the shoes off and hit some of those legislators over the head with them.
Amen.
Chelsea apparently did allegedly in Washington.
No.
Welcome to the 2009 Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender Pride March!
Someone told me that you're a straight man.
What's the difference?
You support trans rights.
Absolutely. Amen.